Hello. I'm here, and I'm not entirely dead. Hi. I would apologize for missing the last couple of streams, but I'm not going to.
Hi,
because I was not well at all. Sheba, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the resub. Holy shit. And at tier 3 as well. 33 months and at tier 3. Like, come on.
Hi,
That's amazing. Dupe! Oh my god. Dupe with the resub as well and at tier 2, Jesus Christ. So if I wasn't already dead, you lot are trying to kill me now, right? That's how we do it. Okay, cool. Just so I know.
Hi, the sun.
Oh, fuck. Berg, thank you so much with the Prime Gaming sub. Oh my god. And Sam with the 21-month sub. Tier 3. 7 months for Berg. Good lord. 21 months for Dupe. 33 for Jesus fucking Christ, you lot. Jesus fucking Christ. I've been waiting. Yeah, well, look, I know we have this, the running joke that, like, is Spheresic, yes. But there is a side to that you don't see. I'm not gonna go super duper into depth with it because, the last few days have been something I don't want to talk about. Suffice it to say, I was not hospitalized, and I have lost 2.5 kilograms since Friday. I'm still not well, as you can probably hear. It's not COVID. And this stream will end when it needs to. It may not be a full-length stream. I know after this I'm jetting off again, and you're not gonna see me for another week, but it's gonna end when it needs to. I couldn't not be here and say hello to everyone, at least for a little bit. But yeah, I'm not well. It's been kind of fucking scary, but it's fine. I'm here, and I'll be here as long as it can be. So, this way. Let's start a battle. And Jesus, a boost train. Good lord. Well done, Dupe on first. Hello to see all of the panic sheeps. Well done on second. Also here with Zam. It is fair. Is me. Sunwell will help this time. Yes, we have alerts back because and we have chair. There's no party on the bed today because making the bed, I then went to go and get the toys and I just couldn't. I have no energy. So I didn't, and I sat my ass down instead. So we'll have to deal with that with them for today, but that's okay. Not dead is good. I agree, BC. I agree. Not dead is good. What am I doing? Zerk is good. Today, thankfully, has been the first day in a little while that I've been able to sit up for more than 5 or 6 minutes without falling back over again through no fault of my own. So that's nice. I miss all the the stream deck isn't working. It's not hooking up to OBS properly. Nothing was talking to each other when I tried. Like, this is why I'm late. Not because I'm unwell, but because this one. I booted everything up and stream readers needed to be updated. The bot would not connect. I reset Qualatron's password twice, trying to get it to unstick something, and it still didn't work, so I had to find a manual link to generate an OAuth token to allow it to connect so he could talk to you. And then the stream deck isn't connected to OBS, it just won't do it, and the first step in the troubleshooting is turn off OBS. I'm like, fuck this. Let's just do it later. Yeah, look, it's fine. It's fine. Good. Hello, Berg. Welcome back. Fear is not dead. Not dead yet. Absolutely. Me too. Yay, Dupe. Amazing. by axe. You thought we've been waiting. Apparently so. Good morning, Durin. Welcome back. Your favors correct, and that's what I have been doing. I've been doing a whole lot of attempting to take care of myself. I've been lying down pretty much consistently. So I was a little bit wobbly on Wednesday. Like I was just really tired, and I ended up falling asleep on Dad's couch. He was surprised that I didn't go into the city in my last day in Melbourne, and I'm just like, yeah, I just feel like shit. And he's gone, you know what? Me too. And we were both kind of pretty tired, but I was zonked. I was wiped, fell asleep on the couch for a couple of hours, and then did not feel good the entire flight home. Was just really wobbly, really not well. I'm usually fine with flying, as evident. Really? This... Look. That's very rude. I beg your pardon. It's not the 18th, is it? No, that's Tuesday. But I was fine. I was just tired. Like I wasn't sick. And I wrote it off to exhaustion because I had 4 days of PAX this year, and I'm not talking about 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it was fucking big. It was the most I have ever. God, even just thinking about raising my voice has my chest all. Good lord. Good lord. It was a time. It was an experience, and I will never forget it. Never forget it. Big shit on the way. Big things coming down the pipeline. No, I'm not telling you. It's fun. Give me the one thing. Just give me that. Give me that. Let me have fun. Monday was when we checked out, and that was good. Just exploring and wandering around and getting lost in Melbourne with Dad, which was really. So we sat down and had some brunch and talked extensively about Marvel and randomly, and then Monday was great, tiring but great, and then Tuesday, Jas and I headed back into the city, just did some wandering, some exploring, and that was when we both started feeling pretty run down. Just sort of like we're out of energy. This is it, we're done. And then Wednesday we just spent at home, but I passed out. I was very not well. And then Thursday I worked from home, and that was when I started feeling like something wasn't quite right. I got my work done, but I couldn't think properly. Like I had a whole lot of brain fog, and I'm like that. Like even when I'm really tired, I'm usually pretty okay with that. Like pretty okay with it, but it was everything was a struggle. I managed to get everything done, but I wasn't good. And then Friday, I didn't get out of bed. I didn't get out of bed Saturday, and I didn't get out of bed Sunday, not until about 6 or 7 p.m. And during that time, I had a fever peak twice, broke it twice, like went into a fever and then came out of it and then back in again, and took a bucket load of meds, and I have not been sick like that in years. And then Jas got it. He didn't get quite as bad as I did, but he I asked him at one point, I said, do you remember being this sick ever? Because Jas doesn't get sick. He has the immune system of not me. And I said, have you ever been this sick? Do you ever remember being this sick before? And he said, no, never. But no COVID. Dad also ended up, like, not as bad as we did, but he got pretty sick too. So, yay, thanks, Pax. I've never had con flu before. I guess the 3 years of hyper isolation because of pandemic and just not being sick. And so my immune system got, not only is it suppressed because of the autoimmune, but it got lazy because it didn't need to fight anything off really much. And so it just did. Whoa. Whoa. I was curious this morning, because we had like weighed ourselves, and then grabbed the bags and weighed ourselves with the bags to make sure we were within weight limits and stuff. So I knew where my weight was at, and I knew I lost a little. Like I stayed pretty steady because I did the same thing when we were leaving for Melbourne. And I didn't put anything on, didn't lose anything. But then I weighed myself this morning and I'm 2.5 kilos down. 2.5 kilos in under a week. In a handful of days. Like that's fucked. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. I have heard that there was a chest infection specifically that isn't COVID, that has ripped its way through certain communities that are heavily involved with PAX. So it makes sense. It still sucks, obviously. But yeah. I hurt. I feel like I got a massage from a pro MMA fighter who doesn't know how to massage and just knows how to punch people in the back lots. Everything hurts. I can't lie on my side. I can't even like if I'm on my back and I kind of like, I can't do that and keep breathing. Yeah, everything's fucked. But that's fine. I'm alive and I'm definitely as fucked as I sound and as fucked as I feel. I am tens of times better than what I was. That yeah, it's great. It's great. Right. I was running, reliving the house. In 3 hours. What about everyone? That tasty wins buff. Yeah, I know, right? One singular day of being, oh no, I might have counter time walking next Monday. That might get me some more. That might get me another day of it. But yeah, look, we'll see. Did I? Oh no. Notice that they're still the same names that the tunes that are being deleted are called. No, I'll be random generating until I find something pretty. But no, they're... Oh, right, make my home, yeah. I just put in the race and class, but no name change just yet. Just yet. Feeling better? Surprisingly, yeah. Surprisingly, I am. Why does it want me to hearth to here? Oh, it thinks I'm going out there. Right, okay. Oh, excuse me. I hope you're doing better. Yeah. Yeah, so much better than I was, but still not super great. So no promises on the length of today's stream, but we'll see how we go. If my throat doesn't actually hurt anymore, like at all. Right? That's weird, right? Yeah, no. I haven't had any throat pain since Saturday, which is great. I just sound like ass.
Hi, the Sunwell.
Ooh. Hi, Drax. Thank you so much for the resub. Yeah, there's not the. Oh, I do apologize. I'm also not going to be like squealing and super happy noises and stuff because they just don't work. They'll make me cough and splutter and sound like shit. Bad. Wow. I know, right? This case of post-conflict. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only one who took a slice of it this year. But yeah, it does still really suck. But oh well. You have, yeah, they do, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when I only had like a week before I jet off again, and I was like, God damn it! I spent the week in bed. It was good, yes. Hello, Yori. Well done on last. Your first big traveling couple of years too, but even more shocking. Like, 3 years. In July, I have a 2-night stay in Melbourne, and then 1-night stay in fucking Sydney. 7 nights? Fucking what was it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 8 nights in Melbourne, and then I'm being off and 3 nights in Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Technically 3 nights in Singapore, except I'm flying overnight the night before and flying out overnight the night after. So it's like, yeah. Look, my body was not ready. I may or may not have some regrets, but that's fine. This is what we do. I think just a very little immune system. Yeah, look, not this time, but hey Barry, I hope you're doing really well. Yeah, I'm thankfully marginally alive. Yeah, there was. I'm gonna not talk about it because it was really unpleasant, but made it. Made it. People, I'm so glad you had a good time, Barry. Hello, Hydrax. Welcome back. Hope you recover soon. I sincerely hope so too. I sincerely hope so too. I do not want to be feeling like this on a plane for 8 hours. Ready by your next flight? I hope so too. I hope so too. If I still fun to make it next year, absolutely. Highly recommend you start saving this year. Like, start putting your savings plan in place, like, now. Because then you've got a year to just funnel away a little itty-bitty tiny bit of cash every time you get paid. To cover your flights, your food, your accommodation, the tickets, spending money, because you'll want it. You'll want it. Now is the time to start planning for next year. What did everything but the mental brain fog? Yeah. I mean, but travel in general, and like big events will do that. We talked about the post-con blues, where you come back down from all that adrenaline and happiness and friends and excitement, and then you're like, shit, what's next, kind of thing. I didn't get time for post-con blues this year. It was straight into, haha, you like your lungs? Well, suck it. But no. It's, yeah. But no, the blues definitely can contribute to that brain fog and all that kind of stuff. It's, definitely a good chance to take care of yourself. Since she is. I mean, everyone good. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad. I did if you haven't already, I highly recommend doing the PAX feedback survey. Because they do listen. Like, it's not just a kind of token thing, and it takes you like 5-10 minutes, depending on how much effort you put into it. But I did mine today, because it was my first day where I could actually think about anything other than breathing correctly. I let him have it. I was brutally honest with my feelings, positive and negative. And I basically told them, like, I will always attend because it's the biggest, if I'm able to, I will always attend because it's the biggest industry event in the year. But this year, it was really difficult to find things to point at to explain to people why they should go next year. It just wasn't there. Some of that is very much not their fault. There's a big chunk of it that is very much not their fault. I think they did what they could with what they were not offered, but not given. It's no Nintendo, no Xbox, no PlayStation. If you were there, if you saw the floor, if you saw the Final Fantasy XIV booth, that is usually what every booth looks like. Not with the screens and all that, but the shit hanging from the ceiling and the queue that wraps around the booth a couple times. A queue that's capped less than an hour in, and then is uncapped later in the day, and then is capped again very quickly afterwards. That is usually what every booth looked like. And this year that just wasn't the case. People, you could go in, you could do a lap, and maybe play one thing, and then you were done. You had experienced all of PAX. And that's just not the experience that it usually is. When Jas told me, because I was trying to explain this to Dad, because he went on the Sunday, and he said he had a really good time, but that was because he spent the time with us. we went and did the Planet game, dude. We did the lap. I got called away for reasons. Dad arrived after my Logitech bit, and then we started doing a bit of a wander, and then I got a ping on my phone, and I grabbed Jas's arm and said, "I'm gonna do this. You take care of them." And he said, "Yeah, go." And so I piss bolted and was gone for, I don't actually know how long I was gone for. When I found them, Jas just told me I had been gone for a long time, and I forgot to check what time it was, so I don't know how long I was gone for, but it was worthwhile. And then they were at the Thrustmaster booth because they wanted to. He doesn't do Formula One. He watches Formula One, but he used to do like a couple step precursor to Formula One. He used to do go-karts and all this kind of shit when I was younger as well. He used to race. And so he wanted to race, and so he did a couple laps with the setup that they had there. And they gave everyone 3 laps. Like you did 3 laps, and then they'd come and pause your game and boot you off so the next person in line could go. They let him do 4. And by the end of it, every single person on the booth was standing around him, watching him play. Yeah. We're not sure whether it was because he was fucking thrashing it, or because they realized they had let him go on too long. But they seem pretty intent on watching him. But yeah, once they had done that, once they'd had their turn with that, we went onto the tabletop side and went and got the planet building game. I don't remember what it was called. It doesn't matter. It was fun. Very much enjoyed it. And then by the time we were finished that, we basically had 15 minutes before they kicked us all out of the expo hall. There were so many panels, and the panels were so diverse, which is really good. There were panels on a lot of different topics, but they were all incredibly niche. It's like, if you are not interested in this particular content creator, this panel is not interesting. If you are not interested in not just this specific, like, not just Zelda, not just Ocarina of Time, but this particular mechanic in Ocarina of Time, then this panel is not for you. It just, like, everything was so specific on what the topic was about. That may have been a fault in naming or a fault in the description writing as well. Like, that's definitely it may well be that the panel wasn't actually really truly as niche as the description laid it out to be, but that's how we decide what we want to go to. And so that's kind of, and the descriptions need to be entertaining, but they also need to be descriptive. And that just kind of, so that was, I mean, I went to 2 panels. That's a record low for me. A record low. I think the previous years I've gone to like 7, 8, 9 kind of panels, and this year I went to 2. And one of them was a bit more of a lecture than a than a panel, and that's okay. I understand why. The expo floor was mostly vendors, like selling stuff. I can't remember who of you that it was who likened it to Supernova. There was one, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody likened it to Supernova and said it's basically like buying a ticket to get into a shopping center. And that it definitely felt like that, but it had never felt like that before. There's always been booths to buy stuff, always, but it had never been like that before. The food offering, miles, head, shoulders, and most of your torso above what it's been in the past. The food trucks were a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. I went back to the Spuds on Sunday, yep. I didn't notice the lack of people there, like the lower ticket sales, because they couldn't sell as many tickets because pandemic. I didn't notice that until I started looking for stuff to show my father. And that was when I realized, like, shit, there's a ton of people at Final Fantasy. There's a ton of people crowded in front of this painfully loud booth because they're throwing merch into the fucking crowd. I thought we learned about how bad that is when, you know, people took fucking mousepad boxes to the head and ended up in the first aid thing with blood down it, but whatever. Was it fidget spinner box? I think it must have been the fidget spinner boxes because they're heavy. But regardless, everything that I loved about PAX this year had nothing to do with anything happening at PAX. It was just that PAX had drawn all these people together, and the people being together is what made the things that I love happen. And that's not usually my experience. That has not been my experience in the past. But that's okay. Hopefully the success of conventions in general this year will let the big boys know that it's okay to spend again. Or maybe they won't. Maybe through the course of the pandemic, they've seen such a massive increase in their own console sales specifically, or PC parts, or whatever it happens to be. Maybe they've seen such massive increases in that through other modes of marketing that they feel like it's not justifiable to actually show people their stuff anymore in a real world context, which is understandable. They've had to get creative, and maybe that creativity has paid off in leaps and bounds, but I will be very, very interested to see what 2023 looks like. Making feedback, add an artist alley or else. Yeah, that was something else that was definitely missing. I do wonder if it does make me think though, because the vast majority of artists I know, Barry, are like I don't know many artists who are healthy humans, be that in terms of anxiety and mental health stuff, or in terms of physical illness, chronic illness, that kind of stuff. Like the vast majority of artists I know have pre-existing conditions that would have precluded them from going to a fucking convention during a pandemic. So maybe they tried and they just didn't get the interest because no one was willing to fucking travel. And you know what? Fair. But yeah, we don't know. I don't have that information. And I don't think that that's the kind of data that a convention would release. So we'll never know. But there may be, it may not have been them kind of saying, ha, we don't need artists, fuck them. It may well have been other shit. I don't want Q Simulator. But if there's no queue, it's because the thing is shit and not interesting. And if the whole place is shit and not interesting, you don't have any queues, but there's also nothing worth queuing for. One of the things with PAX is that things are so interesting and you've got so many people who want to try it that you do end up queuing, but you bring a handheld with you. You bring cards and you play Go Fish in queue with randoms. You pull out your mobile phone and you play a game of fucking Hearthstone against someone randomly standing next to you in a queue. You like, that's part of the spirit of PAX. Not the queuing, but what happens in the queues, the camaraderie that those queues inspire and the interactions and bonds that you develop. I had a person approach me after my Logitech stream who remembered me from fucking 3 years ago, and I've been trying to, like, I'm pretty sure, my memory is shit, we all know this, but I am pretty sure that I met this person because we were doing PAX XP looking for the goddamn QR codes, and there was one up on the back of a goddamn weapon of a big cutout thing. They'd stuck it completely out of anybody's reach and therefore out of anybody's goddamn sightline. And we found it, and we were standing there with our phones trying to, figure out where the next one was. And then they approached us and said, hey, do you, there's apparently supposed to be one around here. And I'm like, yep. And then we, had a bitch about that and all that kind of, but they remembered me. That's kind of yeah. That's to me, that's the heart and soul of PAX. Unfortunately, you need the bones and the muscles and the infrastructure, nervous system and shit to build the rest of it on top of that. But that's what it's. Stream Deck's not working. Fun. So yeah, look, the queues, I think the queues are necessary. The queues tell you that there is shit in there worth queuing for, and that you don't have 3 fucking Amazon booths. Personally. Hello Frosted, welcome on in. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Tried to watch the PAX stream, sorry that it was a mess. Oh fuck yeah. No need to apologize. It was a trash heap. I had 2 of them. The Logitech one was better. The Logitech one was miles better than the one out in Streamland, which is what they were calling it, Streamland. Anyway, but, look. Well, another piece of feedback that I submitted was maybe don't put stream booths with no tops on them 20 meters from a DJ set who is trying to fill the entirety of an entire goddamn fucking convention center with noise. It was horrific. It just so it was done by Jans and Shure, right? Who were the sponsors of the stream booths, and so they contributed all the weaponry, as it were. Sorry. All the gear, all of our kit. If you wanted a fucking terrible advert for your gear, that's how to do it. I mean, the sound system was beautiful and everybody in the convention center could hear what was going on, and it was crisp sound quality and all that. It was beautiful. Anyone trying to broadcast in that area? anyone trying to watch a broadcast from that area, yeah, nah, good luck with that. Yeah, nah, good luck with that. It was just utterly terrible. Utterly terrible. The Logitech booth was better. I had soundproofing panels front and back, but nothing on top. And out to that direction by about 10, 15 meters was the HyperX booth, which was loud. Oh, excuse me. They had stuff on the back of their booth, but the front of their booth was just literally a stage with two dudes, obnoxiously loud dudes with, and I mean, that's what they were paid to do, I'm sure. Like, no, I get it, but, yelling into microphones, telling people to get loud, get noisy, yell if you want a giveaway, you know? So that kind, and then fucking confetti cannons every so often as well, which was great. So that, that like put a little bit of a damper on that. I am looking forward to one day playing Fall Guys and actually hearing the sound effects in game. I presume there are sound effects in the game. I couldn't hear them. But that's fine. Congratulations to Cot, Rye, Sass, and Toy on all of your bonus shit. Well done. Well done. One VR. He tried the VR headset, and there's no focal distance. There's no adjusting the focal points in the lenses, and so everything's permanently blurry. With his glasses, without his glasses, you can change the distance between the lenses. You can like adjust it up and down on your face. You can tilt it back and forward. None of that actually adjusts the focal distance, and the focal distance is wrong for his eyes. So until they release, he's quite firmly put his foot down until somebody releases a VR headset where you can adjust the focal distance. Like literally, it's just like all you need is a dial on it that moves the lenses back and forward inside the headset. Until you can do that, no, he's not interested. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to pay that much money for something I can't fucking read either. Packs next year. Panel names were so vague. Yeah, some of them are intentionally vague because it's this carry on from like, you know, not a game dev panel and with one line descriptions with no instructions on who's there. But I know that they're also like fandom things that are there each and every year kind of thing. But again, that's super niche, right? Why do I don't, yeah. So those ones, but yeah, they're like, yeah, come on guys, come on. At least it wasn't a phone bit. Next to streaming setups. The DJ booth was sponsored by the same people who sponsored the streaming booths because it was all about sound quality and sound everything, sound blah 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 blah. They had a podcasting booth as well as the two stream booths and the DJ set. So it was all about sound quality, which is great, but you need to. But I think they managed to get this section of floor and had to put all their stuff in that section of floor. It wasn't even on the expo hall. Like the 2 hours I did on the Friday was not even on the expo hall. It was in an area of the convention center you could get to without a PAX ticket. Anyone could have come and just said hi, sort of thing. And then Logitech was an hour on the game floor, on the expo floor. On Saturday, I think it's been an hour tops on the actual floor. Just me personally not going there to buy stuff. Yeah, agreed, Frosted. I enjoyed it, mainly meeting some streamers, people I game with. And that's it, yeah, that's it. It felt meh for the same reasons to me as it did to you, Frosted. It was definitely not the same convention I went to in 2019. That's for sure, or in 18 or 17. This is my 4th PAX. Nope, you're not gonna work still. Fuck you then. But yeah, it's I do not disagree with you in the slightest. Does not mean I'm not gonna go next year because it's the biggest industry event of the year. So I will continue to attend, but yeah, it's it was, yeah, there were a few things that let it down, and I could not tell you if it was let down because staff didn't push hard enough to get those big names locked in. Because this is the thing, right? If you want Nintendo to have a booth at your con, and you go to them and say, hi, would you like to have a booth at our con? And they say no. What if we lower the price a bit? No. What if we let you name a theater as well? No. What if we do this and this and this and this? No. What if we pay you to come? No. Well, there's not much else you can do. You know what I mean? Like they may have fought tooth and nail to get them there, but they just, because they weren't at TwitchCon either. Just let me know when he was, like, when I was talking about this with Dad, he said that the big three, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, they weren't at TwitchCon either. And that, because to me it sort of felt like, okay, maybe they've chosen one over the other because, you know, whatever I don't know, who knows. But, you know, America versus Australia, maybe, who knows. But it turns out they weren't at either. So that's really interesting to me that they just didn't rock up. They didn't, yeah. So look, maybe, like I said earlier, maybe it's because their new marketing strategies don't involve a PAX or conventions. Maybe it's because they set their marketing strategies in January, and in January they had no intention of going to any live events because they weren't sure if anything would still be locked down or not. And then now that they're, you know, at the end of the year, they're like, well, shit, maybe we could have gone, but we didn't have the budget for it because we didn't set it aside. And that's cool too. Maybe we'll see them next year. Maybe we won't. Maybe this will change the face, like change what PAX looks like permanently from now on. But we will see. We will see. Oh, interesting, Flattering. I don't know how to do that because I have no souls. Maybe someone in chat will be able to help you out. I believe that's a Stream Reader's question in the army screen. Attaching souls, like you squish a level 30 unit and attach it to a different unit or something. I was pretty excited to do that with you. Disappointed how it started. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm thankful we were the last to go on Friday instead of the first. Everything was supposed to be like, so we'd had discussions in the Discord, because all the people who were streaming and stuff were in a Discord together talking about how we were going to run things and stuff and how everything was going to go. And we were asked if anyone was around on the Thursday, anyone who was arriving earlier on the Thursday who could go down and help them set up. Just, you know, make it quick work, you know, get everyone in and out there as quick as possible sort of thing. And they got down there on the Thursday and there were no PCs. There was nothing to set up. And so they're like, well, that's fine, I guess. We'll just, we'll come in on Friday morning nice and early. No PCs. Can't stream without a PC, guys. So yeah, it like the first handful of people on the Friday lost their stream slot. They, you know, they would have promoted this to their communities and all that kind of stuff, and then they just couldn't stream because the organizers hadn't gotten the stuff there. It just wasn't there to be set up. They finally got things set up and running halfway through the day when we got there for our slot, Hannah and I. Zombies was there for his podcast slot, and the podcast booth hadn't been set up. There was one microphone, and that was it. For anyone who has run a podcast before, you know you kind of need a microphone per person, so that everyone can be comfortable and not like crouched in around a microphone together. But yeah, there were not only was there only one microphone, but there was also no PC. So like it just. They managed to get everything set up, and they ended up downloading and installing, because we'd been told that there were going to be 4 games installed and we could play one of the 4 games. And so Hannah and I decided on Fall Guys because it was the only one we could really play together, and well, it looked like cute fun. Luckily we picked that because by the time we got there on Friday afternoon, that was the only game that was up and running. And even then, Hannah's PC, they'd quit and it had an update. And I'm not sure if you've ever tried downloading a several gigabyte update on Wi-Fi at a fucking video game convention. It don't go fast. It goes slow, very, very slow. So I ended up having a brainwave moment and was like, does anyone have a thumb drive? So we got a USB, stuck it into mine, copied my entire game, yanked it out, tossed it to Hannah, she plugged it in, transferred it across, and it worked. And so we got in. But yeah, no, it was, and then they installed and downloaded and installed the rest of the games overnight on Friday night, but it was just a shit show. It was a total utter shit show. It was almost like everyone forgot how to convention because we haven't done it for so long. And it was a bit disappointing, to be honest. Feeling better? No. Can you hear? No, I'm very shit. I'm not dying anymore though. I'm upright for more than 12 minutes, which is good. But no, I'm very, very sick. Hope you're doing well, Aaron. Where's completely silent? There is in some heads, I believe it's more of the high ends. Hey, Minnie, hope you're feeling better. Definitely not. But look, we're getting there. We're getting there. How did no one realize during the planning stages loud music near broadcasting equals bad? People who don't broadcast. People who don't ever have to think about external noise. People who don't ever have to think about air, like area. People don't think about that. That's not a usual thing that people think about. It's very much like a niche thing to think about and to take into account. Yeah, it's I mean, it could have been done. I imagine that there was a reason that the streaming booths didn't have lids on them, because the Logitech one didn't either. I can imagine the Logitech one would have gotten stinking fucking hot if you put a lid on it, because it was pretty small. But it needed to be. It was on the expo hall floor. But the ones out in the other area, like the Jan's ones, I don't know why they didn't have lids on them. You can put up soundproofing panels, like those foam, you know, the ones you get cheap ass from Kmart. You can put those up and then hang your, because they had a branding wall behind us, not that you could see because I'm a fucking short ass. Everything was set up to somebody who was about 6'2". Everything. And so like I had to, like I tried to set everything up to my height and then realized that the table didn't adjust. And the table, like my thing, so if I sit here, I have my feet on the ground. My knees are not at a 90-degree angle, but that's because I have to, my arms here to get, yeah. The desk, the chair at the, and this is this as high as my, yeah, this is as high as my chair goes. The chair at the stream booth, I had about this much space between the bottom of my feet and the floor. And the table, where my table is like here, that's my table here. It was like here. So I like, to make matters worse, the microphone was not on a boom. It was on the desk. And everyone knows the reason I have the mic on a boom, I'm guessing it's because they couldn't get a boom in time, but the reason I have mine on a boom is because when you move a mouse, when you type, all those little vibrations go through the stand into the microphone and vibrate the microphone, which makes it think it's getting sound, which carries through the stream as sound. Did I mention the really loud as fuck DJ booth just over there? So when you guys said I sounded robotic, I know. There was a fucking reason. There was nothing I could do about it. It was just shit. Really shit setup. But not only did I get to stream from PAX for the first time, I got to stream from PAX for a second time too. And it was a lot of fun. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how I don't want my stream set up. I learned about what I need to carry with me to be able to stream on the go. Or not necessarily like on the go, but like to be able to log in somewhere else and stream. I know what I need. I learned a metric shitload. I also learned what to ask for next time the opportunity presents itself for me to stream from somewhere that isn't my home, to say, okay, will I have this, and this? If not, can I? If not, can I bring my own? To try to make it a professional experience, no matter where I'm streaming from. But yeah, no, that was, it was a nightmare. I know I don't have the highest production values and all that shit. Like, I know I don't. It's fine. I'm not very good at that stuff, but even for me, that was subpar. Well and truly. But look, I hope we at least had a little bit of fun. Can we get a closer look? They're pretty freaking adorable, aren't they? I will give you a closer look when I'm not feeling as trash. I don't really want the camera anywhere near me right now. But actually, I can probably just take them out here. Well, one of them at least. You're not going to see them too well on my hands because they're all, skin tone, and orange is pretty close to skin tone. Well, closer than, say, blue. But they're super cute, aren't they? You need to tell me when shopping things. You need to tell me when shopping things. Despy going again. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Frosted. I'm really glad to hear that one subpar experience hasn't put you off it, because it can be a truly magical place. Really. Gonna work out. Not as much as I thought it would, but yeah. Yeah, turns out a lot of the people I met are really good at, like, remembering a name and then, like, finding them later. By her phone hotspot, yeah, it was not fun. It's not fun. Today's brilliant. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. Outside debate, wonderful. So good. So good. Good luck. Oh, of course, Frosted, of course. Thank you so much for the well wishes. I hope we'll see you soon. You're still ahead up to September 19th, just under a month behind. So I updated it before I went live today, and went, like, because this tune has now dinged once, but I was 1 day ahead. So even I would be so much more comfortable if I had been able to level these last few days, but I could barely sit up, let alone see what I was doing. So even though I wasn't streaming, like, it's not like I could have just sort of gamed in my pajamas anyway. No, I was completely screwed. So that sucked, but that's okay. I'm still 1 day ahead, according to the stuff and things. 1 day ahead. There is a fear. I learned how fast I can download Fall Guys. Yeah. Learned what not to do. That's always good. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And I also learned that Fall Guys is actually pretty fun and cute and kind of adorable. So I now have it on my own Epic account. So next time we play, you guys will actually be adding me to your friends list and not some random account. But yeah, I have some ideas for when this month is done. I say for when this month is done, but then when this month is done, we're in November and we've only got a month until, less than a month till launch. So, that's gonna be a time. I have some ideas for the new year. I think that's probably a good way to put it. I have some ideas for the new year. Which is good and exciting. I did learn a handful of things. A couple of panels I went to, and from the people I continued those conversations with after the panels. So yeah, it'll be Yes, good. You're getting experience. Yes, in this economy. That's it. Something unpaid internship. Oh my god, right? Unpaid internship. Fucking A. This is good. After end of semester, good. Good call. Cool. Hello, Sauce. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. 2 days. I hope. Yes, indeed. Baby, you're absolutely lovely. Amazing. 38 out of nice. Well done, Yuri. Well done. Maybe more 60 to 2. Hey, fantastic. Well done. You're on Twitch. Awesome. Brilliant. It has. It has been a while. Now, before I say that, I actually have to check. Oh, thank you, Yuri. Enjoy your feasting. I'm jealous. Been taking it easy.
Evil has no place in it.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. I will likely not be very interactive at that point. I don't sleep well on modes of transportation, including planes. Considering he insisted on booking overnight flights, I'm probably going to be fucked. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll go straight to the hotel. Go to bed. Get loud as fuck audio. Yeah, it's fine. There have been a lot of like feedback things going around. Feeling they'll pay a little more attention. There's my team. No, well done. Just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the show is great. Good. I'm glad. Are you excited, Aaron? You excited? Like, fuck the visitors and all that kind of shit. Like, piss all that noise off. Like, there's a reason. Are you excited? Are you nervous? That's brilliant. Are you excited? Is basically the summary of what I've said. Like, for the actual reason we're all descending on your city. Not yay. Zam, not yay. I got a cheeseburger without the burger. Not yay.
Hi, the Sunwell.
There was a F. Yes. Good. Look, I feel like something's not, like, I feel like you should be at least a little bit nervous, you know? See what your body's way of telling you something big is coming. That's a good thing. Ah, Dupe with the gifted sub. So generous. Thank you so much. That, indeed. Indeed. It's alright. Aaron, I may have lost 2.5 kilos over the weekend because of how sick I've been. I'm gonna put it all right back on when I get to Singapore. Great. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to try it, like, I've been having some trouble educating Jas on the way you don't get one big meal of something delicious. You get entree sizes so you can have multiple different things and try all the stuff. He's never had roti? No, that fuck, like we've got pretty good roti here in Brisbane. How has he not ever had it before? Who are these sheltered children? I don't understand. Good stuff, yeah. Oh, fucking A. I'm keeping down liquids, aren't I? Like, that's... Just stick with the fruit ones and I'll be fine. The milk ones might be a bit iffy, but I'll, like... be fine. And ice. Oh my god, I've had so many Slurpees. I've had, like, 3 Slurpees. Because my throat was sore, and then... because they're nice. But, Slurpees, yeah. So, like, frozen blended fruit drinks? Yes, absolutely. Never had Subway's first time in Asia too. Yeah, but I'm not in Asia, and I get damn good roti. Like, does New Zealand just not have Asian influence, I guess? Alright, anyway, look, hey, he's had it now, and that's what matters. The South Island. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Are you gonna get the milk ones? No, I usually prefer the fruit ones, honestly. Jas tends to prefer the milk ones, but I tend to prefer the fruit ones. I also never ate roti. Well, obviously you are doing something wrong, Darren. You absolutely should. If you can eat it, like if your body is capable of eating essentially pastry bread, then you need to, like, rectify that urgently. Roti's really fucking good. It's like... It's roti. There's no real, like, it's flaky. It's kind of like, imagine if a croissant wasn't baked until it puffed all the way up, and instead it was a sheet, and it was hot and kind of buttery. I mean, it's already buttery, but like as in liquid buttery, kind of like, I wanted to say wet, but that doesn't sound good or appetizing at all. It's layery, it's flaky, it's crispy on the outside, and it's doughy in the middle, and it's just perfection. It is the perfect, it is, might I, like, I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. It is a better vector for curry sauce than naan. There, I said it. Apparently, Kiwiland, it's hard to get stuff. Well, that's not my problem. We had passion fruit here with Red Bull in it on Saturday. Of course he fucking did. But Rudy is amazing. I am just, hey Mara. I am, I just now thought I'm really starting to feel this. I must be like halfway through stream or something, and I look, I've been live for an hour, and I'm like, fuck. I am not well. I'm not well. I said when I kicked stream off, I said this stream will last as long as it lasts. If I feel like I need to shut it off, I will do so, but I think we're okay for now. My chest is feeling a little wonky, but a little wonkier than when I started, but I think I'm okay. I'm feeling a little spacey too. No, it was PAX and family visit. PAX and the family visits were fucking phenomenal. The chest infection is not. Yeah. Brilliant. Wonderful. Love naan, just don't usually put it in the curry. Why? It's just bread otherwise. Isn't that the whole point of naan, is to, like, you eat the meat or the potato or whatever the hell's in the curry, and then, like, you mop up the sauce and stuff with the rice and the naan. Butter chicken, yes. That's why. Try because I'm teaching usually outside dishes with the rice. Stay away from that normally. allergic to rice. Jesus. What the fuck would it be in rice that you'd be allergic to? Sorry, obviously that really sucks. It's the science brain. Like, when you're allergic to a food, you're not allergic to the food. I'm sure you all know this, but just in case you don't, you're not like, if you're allergic to pineapple, you're not allergic to pineapple. You're allergic to a specific chemical that is in pineapple. And it's only in pineapple and not in another fruit, and that's why you can eat that other fruit that doesn't have it, kind of thing. But then if you discover something else, like a hand wash that has this particular chemical in it from pineapple, then it'll make your hands swell up or whatever it happens to be, right? So I'm trying to think what the fuck could be in rice that you'd be allergic to. That's a really interesting question, because there's like nothing in rice. I don't not believe you. That's absolutely not where this is coming from. I am just fascinated. What part of it are you allergic to? So it's 3 different proteins in the rice. That's so interesting. So interesting. So apparently there are there's 3 protein bands that usually cause an allergy to rice. If you have an allergy, it's probably one of these 3 protein bands. They're all denatured with heat, but to different extents. And sometimes you have to really like cook the rice to total mush to actually denature it properly. And even then, sometimes people are allergic to fragments of those bands and not. That's fucking fascinating. I didn't know there was like, I mean, I knew there was, obviously there's proteins in fucking everything, but like, huh. Right, that was a battle sound, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Good. This button, that button, legal. But yeah, no. Roti is Malaysian primarily, from what I remember. And so yeah, most of them will do like rice thingamajig, like rice in the same place. But they don't cook. Roti is cooked on a flat grill type thing. Like you would imagine. You know, you have in your fry kitchens with burgers and stuff, and they roti's cooked on a similar thing. They have like a batter that they pour out and then they like flip it a couple times and all that kind of thing. So it may well be possible for some Malaysian kitchens to keep the roti completely separate from rice. Because obviously they cook the rice in a fucking rice cooker over there with the spoons and things, and then yeah. So like it may well be possible. And roti chefs roti chefs are also, because like cooking roti properly is a very specific skill, and so a kitchen may have a roti chef that just makes the rotis, and then other people do all the other things. So it's worth asking. It's worth asking if they could. Of course, then there are people who will make it with rice bran oil and all this kind of stuff as well. So yeah, but asking, as anyone needs to do with any kind of food intolerance or allergy, you need to ask questions and make your needs known. Ice, Low, Dry, Nur, Haber, Tal, Dat, Mara, and Larp. Congratulations to all of you on your bonus shit. Well done. This one. Just so he got a fever too. He was behind him to scale things down. Yeah, no, he. I'm not going to discuss his health too much because I don't have his consent. He's at work though, or at least was at work. So, yeah. been not well. Definitely. He's at work today. Yeah, but it's dry. It's so dry. Hey, Amenth, welcome back. I'm sure it is. I never researched it, to be honest. You should have a look. It's really tasty. Yeah. Large iron skillet of sorts. Yeah. Solo roti quest. Brilliant. Sounds good. Nope, that's not gonna work because my buttons are broken. No, you don't need to be sorry for asking. Just drawing a boundary, that's okay. I always say you can ask me whatever you want and I reserve the right to not answer. Because, of course. Yeah, I'm just keenly aware that this is a very public forum and that anyone and everyone is free to drop by at any point, and that information like that's not really mine to share, that's all. Don't need to apologize. Hello, Ozzy. Welcome back. Yeah, this place is very public. Everyone's like, yeah, I know, right? And you think, oh, you know, it's only X number of viewers and stuff like that, but that's not the point. It's there are VODs and there's and just yeah, it's just consent is nice. Consent is an important thing, but that's right. Well done! 2 to go on a day from 50 to 60. Good job, man. Well done. Taking advantage of the windy wisdom. I've unfortunately not been able to take advantage of it at all. Because when it kicked off, I left for Melbourne. And then when I got back, I had this ridiculous chest infection that's knocked me out for part of a week. And today is my last stream until I go overseas. So yeah, look, it's all a thing. But that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Jerry. Welcome back. So you're feeling a bit more alive? Yeah, look, marginally. Marginally, I'm having a bit of difficulty. The difficulty is very slowly but steadily increasing. Something tells me we're not going to be doing a full-length stream this evening. But that's alright. We'll do what we can.
My wares are second to none.
What we can. Just a moment, I am aware. So this is when you're done in Melbourne. I don't think I noticed the sniffling. It was mostly I was just yelling. I was not well for most of PAX. This is completely and totally unrelated. I had a very, 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 very big Thursday night, day 0, and I was pretty much fucked. And I think my body was just trying to concentrate on getting me through everything I had to do, and not really focusing on my ability to breathe. But no, my sinuses were not good. They were not good. Okay. Sure. You don't think? No, I don't think so, Jas. I think as long as we've got stuff for, as long as we've got stuff for dinner, and I've got my handy dandy, I think we're good. I think we do. So excited, I saw the nugs. I was like, yay. Yay. Well, right? Absolutely. Well, we had a cottage pie for dinner last night. That was really nice because it was warm and there was protein and vegetables and stuff, but it was also really squishy. So we were like sort of picked at that a little bit. Just trying to find a comfortable place and there just doesn't, they don't exist. Chest is getting a little irritated with me. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Enjoy. Hey, wow. I asked you to remove a spreadsheet. DF. I did. It's the one I'm using at the moment because I'm leveling them all to 60 now. But it's not the one I'd recommend you using. There's one in the general channel that's pinned that Jack did up that is miles better than mine ever has been. Super highly customizable depending on your needs as a player and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd highly recommend checking Jack's spreadsheet out. Oh, thank you, dude. It's a very gentle stretch. Very, very gentle.
Hi, the Sunwell.
Jackie! Thanks so much for the resub. 21 months, Jesus Christ. Feeling better? Yeah. Look, I'm alive. I'm alive, and we're taking that. We're taking that as a win for today. I'm not certain this is going to be a full-length stream, but we'll give it a crack because I'm missing my leveling. I'm dropped all the way. I was like weeks ahead, and now I'm one day ahead, and that makes me sad. So of course, some degree better, of course. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, we just we do take it one step at a time. Step at a time. I have one more giant Gorm Grist. Just one. One would be nice. So long since I've played WoW. Holy cow. That's such a weird thing to say, hey.
Greetings. On to the next task. I agree. I remember streaming through the day before Legion launched, a stream where I unboxed the collector's edition and went through just briefly through the art book and stuff like that. Not like obviously not to a huge extent, but just sort of exploring all the bits and pieces it all came with, and then applied the key to my account and logged on and streamed the Demon Hunter starting area, and then logged off and went to bed. Got up and did the thing. Launch day, but yeah, it was good fun. I remember thinking that it didn't, like, I don't remember too much of it very specifically just because brain, but I do remember thinking, or I do remember feeling like I was glad that they hadn't just shoehorned a bunch of shit in to try to make it feel like it had backstory. Because obviously, like, there was a demon hunter. It was Illidan. Why the fuck are there all of a sudden 10,000 of the fuckers, right? But it made it feel legit. It made it feel like there was a lore purpose behind it and not just we're doing it because the players have been bitching. And I really liked that. Oh, fantastic, Zilcher. It was a pleasure to meet him. Incredibly polite young man. No, but seriously, like, it was really, really cool. I loved that he opened with, I don't watch your streams because WoW isn't my thing. And I was like, cool, totally fine. But I really appreciated
him coming up and saying hi, and I'm glad you got him all good. That's really awesome. I hope he enjoyed the rest of his packs too. I was expecting to play the dual crossbows. Yeah, yeah. It's that's the thing, right? They're two completely different universes technically. So it's like just because they're called the same thing there, but they're so different. Hey. 2 months. Hey, fantastic! Wonderful. He's a good kitty. Well, he seems to be. I mean, obviously, I've only met him once for a couple minutes. You can't really tell a whole person by that, but he certainly seemed to be. So he's planning next year. Brilliant. Best time to start planning next year is right the fuck now. 100%. 100%. Hey!
Are you hungry?
Sorry.
Are you hungry?
I hurt, but I think it's my chest, not my belly.
Really cool.
Aren't they? They're heavy too. They got some weight to them. I like it. How are you feeling?
Hungry. Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah, no, I'll eat if you're making food, yeah. But how are you feeling generally?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah?
What would you like? I knew she wanted. See, Aaron, she wants the nugs.
That's not the nugs.
I told you.
You made a sandwich for lunch.
You haven't eaten lunch,
No,
have
I
you?
have. I had cottage pie. Oh my god. Do you wanna... I'll have the sandwich first, or do you want to have the sandwich?
You can have a ham and cheese and nug sandwich if you'd like.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. That sounds like a fun time. Yeah, I'm just still tight.
Feeling better than yesterday, Ty?
Yes, but I still can't do the different shapes of torso. You know how I couldn't lie on my side and I couldn't like if I twist my torso, it deactivates all breathing and noise and everything, and it also hurts. Yeah, I'm not like when I cough, it does still sound
You need to
crackly.
drink more of that.
Why?
Because your lips look like scales.
No, it's because I put stuff on. I'm gonna bite them off.
Suspicious.
When I take really deep breaths, I can feel that there's still something going on in there.
Well, maybe after stream tonight, we'll get a hot bowl of water and a tea towel.
No, I just take a shower.
If that doesn't work, we'll try the hot bowl of water.
Yeah, I can definitely feel like I'm not sick anymore. I'm on the mend, but
You're still
it
getting
did a
rid of the
lot.
makeup.
It did a lot of damage though. Like my throat doesn't hurt, but it's fucked. And when I'm coughing, there's like there's some movement, but it's not like I'm not hacking up my lung and I'm not coughing up scabs like I was getting.
Melt all the stuff.
Well, yeah. No. Yeah, okay, one.
Purchased them for both of us.
Did I now?
Did you tell the story about what happened?
Oh no. On Tuesday.
Oh,
What?
that was uncomfortable.
What did you do?
I'm walking back into headset.
Oh yeah, it does that. On the Tuesday, we went to Hayes. So Hayes. They've got stores all over Melbourne, but there's one particular one in the middle that's hidden down a bunch of alleyways. It's like their chocolate factory almost. It's where they make a whole ton of stuff. And Hayes is one of my favorite chocolate brands, like ever. They're good shit. If you've ever had them, you know, like it's good shit. And so I bought one bag of chocolate frogs, 10 frogs, $14.95. It's a pretty good deal, honestly. And I went to buy them. And Jas was wearing his new PAX shirt in 2022. And so as I was paying, she went, "Oh, did you enjoy the con?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, it was absolutely great." You know, we started talking and I was waving my hands and she saw this. And she went, "Wait, is that Twitch?" Twitch? I said, yeah. And she's like, oh, you a streamer? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, no way. And asking what I play, and I asked her what she played, and just all this like conversation, blah, 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 blah. So we're standing there for maybe a good like 5 or 6 minutes, right? Just having a conversation about gaming and cozy games and all the good stuff. And she'd never been to PAX, and she was thinking about going next year. And I said, you should. There's a whole tabletop area, because she said she was a lot into tabletop games and stuff. Having this big conversation. And then as I went to say thank you to leave, she said, oh, do you want some tasters? We've got milk, dark, and caramel. Would you like some? I said, yeah, absolutely. And so it's like little chocolate buttons, right? Milk, dark, and caramel. And so she wanders away, but I don't move. And so she was like, why aren't we leaving? And I said, oh, she's going to grab us a couple tasters. And he was like, oh, cool. She comes back and puts these 2 bags in my hands. And I swear to fucking Christ, both of the bags, each individually, were twice the weight of the 10 chocolate frogs. And this is 140 grams. So it must have been like nearly 300 grams of chocolate in each fucking hand. And she said, have a fantastic day. I'm like, you too. So I gave one to Jas, and it disappeared in approximately 10 seconds. I took the other one home and offered some to Dad. But yeah, it was just really, really, really lovely, because I haven't had haze in years, and it was just so good. And being able to have a couple of different kinds was just, oh yeah, I've missed it a lot. There are a few places, like there are a couple of places in Melbourne that I know when I move there are going to become dangerous for my wallet, and haze is one of them. But the good thing about haze is that like, because a lot of what they do is very much like gift quality, like level, like you can go in and you can they have all the little, like, you know, when you get a box of I know chocolates, but there's like a specific brand that has, like, you know, the different shapes inside, and they all fit in the tray. Yeah, that kind of thing. They're little individual, and one of them's got hazelnut in it, one has got orange, and one blah blah blah. Yeah, so they do things like that, but you can build your own box. So you can build, like, if you if you have a friend that you know loves chocolate, and you know loves chocolate coated stuff, but they only really like fruit creams, like the fruit creams are their absolute favorite, you can go in there and you can make a whole ass fucking box that's just orange, strawberry, and pineapple fruit cream. That's it. So it's one of those things where I could go in there justifiably to buy somebody a gift, and then buy myself one thing, like one little square of something. Yeah, it's this is wonderful. If you've never tried it and you have the opportunity to, and you're good with chocolate, of all, they do obviously lots and lots of things. But I would recommend you give it a shot if it's something that you can handle, like you and your body and all that shit. Yeah. It's the neon man. Lies, deception, eat the food. It's like an angry parent scolding. When does he not? Charged headphones. No, they are charged, because he hasn't been able to use them for the last few days. So they've been sitting on charge. Shells Gillian. Yeah, kind of, but they tend, like, the shells from Gillian tend to all be the same flavor. They're all just like marble chocolate with praline, you know? Whereas you get sets that, yeah. Oh, thank you, Slane. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, do Gillian do like a range of shells now, or do they all still just the praline? I mean, not just, they are fucking delicious. But
Welcome to the Grove.
there's a God, oh my lord. I went to type in mixed chocolate, and I put in mixed C, and I get mixed connective tissue disease. Can you tell what I spend my time fucking Googling? It's not even like a remembrance, that's a recommendation. They don't do them anymore. The chocolate truffles. Oh, Cadbury Dairy Milk, the Cadbury Dairy Milk tray, I think is what, yeah. And then they've got like, some of them have the, like there's the different shapes mean that something different inside, and then there's like a fudge thing that's a stick with white on the top, and there's a a heart that's a truffle, and there's another heart that has a different pattern that's made of caramel, and that kind of shit. And then the little orange segment is definitely not orange. And yeah, that kind of deal. So Hayes make that kind of stuff, but separately, so that you can build your own tray, which I think is really, really funky. Oh yeah, but it wasn't. The shells are the first thing I thought of because they come in trays as well. But shells are not what I was after. They are chocolates. They are good. They are not the best. By a fucking long shot. So I am. I am quite spoiled. My first like proper job as a 14-year and 9-month-year-old in Victoria, was working in a chocolate shop. Not a specific branded chocolate shop, but a place where we sold a whole range of different brands and different flavors from different countries and all sorts of stuff. And so I got the opportunity to try a ton of stuff, because anytime we got a new product in, like we'd crack open a few boxes for the staff so that we could try it, so that we'd know what we were selling. And so I can't do fucking compound chocolate bullshit. It's just gross. Hershey's is nasty. My palate is too refined. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like there are signs that I've been taught over the years of chocolate that I just can't. I mean, you know, like little shitty chocolate eggs that you buy in a 2 kilo bag for $10. They're fine. They scratch the itch, but they're not good chocolate. That's the kind of chocolate Hershey's is. Unless they've changed it. But I don't think they would have, because then they'd have to pay more money. They'd cut into their profits. Oh, they have an advent calendar. They have 2 advent calendars. Oh, that's nice. They sell to their basic advent. Holy mother of fuck! I just saw the price. The regular advent calendar is like a fabric, like a felt tree-shaped thing, so that you can then the next year buy just the advent bundle and slot the chocolates in where they need to go yourself, kind of thing. You make your own DIY kind of deal. I like it. There's less to throw away. They have a luxury advent calendar. What is in this? I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is gorgeous. What the fuck is in you? What's inside? Chestnut truffle, 70% dark chocolate tablet, milk pistachio and cherry nougat, dark black forest gâteau, milk raspberry pastilles, dark walnut liqueur-filled chocolate, Grand Marnier fruit truffle, milk lemon meringue pie, dark blood orange chocolate frog, milk amaretto liqueur-filled spheres, dark orange slice, spiced chocolate almonds, milk cinnamon and walnut block, dark chocolate hazelnut nougat, milk raspberry ganache, 70% dark gin-filled spheres, Australian single origin milk chocolate tablet, dark wild berry slice, milk kirsch and cherry ganache, dark apricot pastilles, milk chocolate coated gingerbread biscuits, fuck yes, sugar coated chocolate almonds, milk salted caramel frog, and dark Christmas pudding brandy truffle. There's got to be more than one of each of those. It is. It's a whole little baggie of the described thing. Right, okay, well that still doesn't justify the fact that it's $1,190 fucking dollars. I'm not paying that much for an advent calendar. Good lord. I mean, they all sound amazing, and I would purchase most of those individually. Jesus Christ. Did you get the PAX Pox? I'm not sure what we're calling it this year. Because it doesn't seem to really be a pox. There's a rather gnarly chest infection. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at PAX. It started kicking in, like, I was exhausted on, I was already exhausted the whole weekend because I had a really cracking day zero. I was already fucking tired, and then it really started to hit me. Like, I started to get a bit wobbly on Tuesday, but then Wednesday, oh god, I was out. I napped on my father's couch for all of the day before we got to the airport and flew home. Thursday, I don't remember much of, and then this weekend, it's been really bad. It's been really, really bad. I lost 2.5 kilos this weekend from being unwell. Like, that's pretty fucking intense. Yeah, but I think I think I'm like, I don't feel like I'm sick anymore, but I'm in recovery mode. You know, like, you know when you're really unwell and then you're not contagious anymore. You can get up and you can do stuff, but you got to take it real slow because your body is just damaged and your body is still trying to repair that damage. So like, my throat doesn't hurt. I mean, it's starting to get a little bit scratchy now because I've been talking more than I've spoken in the last week. But it's like, my throat doesn't hurt anymore, but my vocal cords are fucked. And so my body's trying to repair that. My lungs, like, I can breathe fine now. I'm not coughing up fluids and I'm not coughing up all sorts of gunk. But my chest still feels really tight because I think the damage is done, the bug is gone, but my body's now using up all my energy reserves to try to put my lungs back together. I hope that makes sense. So I just hurt. I just hurt and I'm tired. But I'm alive. Didn't end up having to go to hospital, which is really good. There's because I get, because of my autoimmune condition, I get sick a fair bit, but I haven't been this sick in years. And because of the autoimmune condition and everything, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of have in my mind as benchmarks. Like, this is when you need to speak to your doctor. This is when you need to go to the hospital. This is when you need, you know, that kind of like, this is the playbook. How do we deal with fear being sick? And so there's a point for me personally for a fever where if I hit that point, I need to go to hospital. I need help in bringing that temperature down, and I need it now. And I have, like, I've got a card in my wallet that explains what I have and what medications I'm on, all that kind of stuff, so that, like, you know, Jas, for example, doesn't have to remember all that bullshit. He can just kind of get me there, pull out the card, hand it over, and it's kind of, you know, that's a thing. And I got within, like, twice of having to take that step. So I didn't. I managed to break the fever both times, which is really good. Very happy with that. But I need to sleep. Hello, Absolute. Good to see you too. Well, to see you in chat at least. I hope you're having a good day. Way too expensive for an advent calendar, especially in this economy. Look, there are still people who will do that kind of thing. And look, that's okay. That's okay. They may not sell a single one either, but having that luxury option there for people who can afford it. Maybe someone has a loved one pass away right before the on sale date, and they, you know, they get a massive amount of inheritance and they just want something to make themselves feel good. And so that's the thing that they get so that they can do that. And then, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's I'm not going to judge somebody for buying something like that. Fuck, if I had the money, I would. if that amount of money wasn't nothing to me, then if that amount of money was just expendable, disposable income, fuck yeah. And it looked from the video that they had there that there's enough in there for like a family kind of thing. Like it's not a one person advent calendar. It's a you have you and your partner and like a family member and their partner, and like all four of you share in the thing to get, maybe people split it. But yeah, not something I can do this year. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll just build my fucking own. Ah, praise shit. Can't read. Medical card would be good. I wouldn't trust most of the public hospitals to be able to figure out how to use it, get it working. You'd need to use it on their like personal mobile device, and if I was a healthcare professional in the public area, I wouldn't let anyone tap shit on my personal phone. Not only that, but it'd probably be locked in my locker. They don't even have the ability to like read a QR code just yet with a lot of the public health stuff. But moving in that direction would be great, but they need the tech to use it first. But it would be good because you could carry it on yourself, wouldn't publicly display your medical information to anyone who stole your wallet. And in that, in so saying, I wonder, is there a way to do an NFC card that you need a key to unlock? Not a password, because everyone would have a different password and they'd be a pain in the ass if you're, seizing on a table somewhere. But, like, if, like, this will only work if you tap it against a Queensland Health NFC device. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. That'd be real useful. Hey, FL, welcome back. So for me, yeah, fair. Good chocolate's worth the money. That shit's really good chocolate. I did find an Amazon Beauty advent calendar though, that has actually piqued my interest. I know I've got too much of a makeup stash and skincare and blah 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 blah. I've got too much of all of that to justify. However, this one's $150, and day 25 is a piece of beauty tech worth 100 plus on its own. Which doesn't run out, it doesn't expire, it doesn't, like, it just keeps, you know what I mean? And there are 2 mascaras in it. And mascaras you're supposed to toss out after 3 months anyway, so that will actually well and truly get used. There are a lot of like face masks, like sheet masks and stuff like that, which, for God's sake, are good for, yeah, so I'm thinking, I might, take a look at that. Got a reminder, thank you. This is a pain in the ass, isn't having to do it manually. That's my medical details. Being able to add it to medical bracelets. Specific device. That's good. That's it. Like that's a really good step. And I'm guessing you can duplicate that device. Like you can have one of them at every check-in desk at every hotel, kind of not hotel, fucking hospital. Might as well be, right? If not, I think that would be step 1 in making it happen. Is making sure that the tech is there and able to be done that way. The trickier step would be making it not hackable. Because that's the kind of information you don't want people getting access to. think the idea of having it in medical alert bracelets is a brilliant idea as well. Just putting the chip inside the bracelet rather than in a card. Although there are a lot of people who refuse to wear the bracelets. My dad, for example, refuses to wear the bracelet. The only thing he'd ever consider, because I suggested to him, why not get it tattooed? There are more people who would likely tattoo themselves than would implant an NFC chip into their hand. There are some, of course, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, yeah, except we're like a week after PAX at this point and I'm still sick, so yeah. There was from what I've heard, a pretty gnarly chest infection that made its way through a few of the communities at PAX. But, I've been really, really unwell. It's been years since I've been this sick. I lost 2.5 kilos over the weekend. Just over the weekend. Yeah. It's been a real scary couple days. Really uncomfortable. Yeah, I wouldn't. My body rejects itself, like, fucking... I'm not gonna risk sticking something foreign in under my skin.
Sunwell.
Punching it straight through like an ear piercing? Fine. Anything else? Nope. Thank you for the resub, Landa. Much appreciated. I'm glad. I'm glad you're recovered. I'm glad you're recovered. Yeah, this is not COVID. Not COVID. McBain, Duran, Drago, Flandering, Meaty, Mara, Zam, and Cade. Congratulations to all of you on your bonus shit. Well done.
I bring you the most epic of meals. Nugs with ham and cheese.
Amazing.
Sandwich. And some mayonnaise.
Thank you. I'm not putting them. Oh, it's because it's cold. Okay. I see. Oh yeah, that's hot, isn't it?
Don't hurt yourself.
Be gentle.
Exactly. Hi, Dupe. Oh, thank you. Good.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Jess came down after me, bounced back before me, because fuck him. Yeah, I just gotta keep resting. Today's stream will not be going full length. If I'm feeling like this at the 2-hour mark, I'm not gonna be making it to 6. But that's okay. We do what we can. We do what we can, and did any of them break their backs? Ankles. So Jazz is awesome.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Jazz does give you a hug. Oh. situation better. Yeah, except when you have a fever that is borderline hospital level and you do not want to be touched, then hugs make things worse. Trust me. That's okay. Totally okay. No rush. Rush. There are always fun, exceptions, aren't they, Lanta? You don't know you don't know it exists until you find it, and then it's too late.
By the Sunwell.
Hello, Kay. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. 17 months, goodness gracious. Hope you're doing well. Master, wonderful. Best of luck. Well, Master, excuse me. Well, Master was was one of my most enjoyable journeys. Albeit it was different back when I did it. But ever since, like every time there's a new expansion, one of the first things I do is knock out the new version of Lawmaster, because I enjoy doing it so much. I am definitely a quester. Evening, good evening, Kay. Welcome back. Let me see your arm as long as you feel like it. Yeah, I'm when I went live today, I basically said that this stream is going to last as long as it's going to last. When it stops, like when I'm just like, nah, I'm done, then I'll just shut it off for the day. But
By the Sunwell.
I'm glad to be leveling though. Okay. Thank you for converting from a Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Much appreciated. It's definitely a bit of a quiet one today. Because I feel like...
By the Sunwell.
Mithril! Thank you for the Prime sub. 6 months. Oh my goodness. Better than well, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. And I've missed you guys. And I've missed streaming. And I've missed leveling. And I'm like, I need to get at least one little session done with the bloody Windy Wisdom, because I'm gonna miss it all. Like, with the anticipated date of the pre-patch being October 25th, it means, like, I've only got next Monday. Because I'm not streaming the rest of this week because I'm going to be in Singapore. So, like, yeah. Are all hype trains converted to boost trains? No, they're not meant to be. I think what's going on in the test... I think what's going on in the test is that it's because like, a certain number per hour across all of Twitch can be boost trains, but because there's so few of us in the trial... I think that's the thing. I think once they introduce more people into the trial, we'll see fewer of them happening. But yeah, I'm not sure. But it's the first time. Glad I've been able to pop in. Of course, Kay. Of course. Yeah. No, your Sarah dupe is yeah. Absolutely. The test, yeah. Yeah, I don't think the test is large enough. I think they need more creators in the test to break it up a bit. Or maybe it is happening correctly in the US prime time for streaming, and because I'm out of the time zone, it's being a bit wonky for me, maybe. Because I know it's a global Twitch thing, it's not an ANZ thing. Because I would imagine that they'd want to see, like, what is the engagement during a boost train versus the engagement during a regular hype train. And, do you know, like that, because that's really important information. But if every single, so, like, our very first boost train, y'all went batshit, you know? And then we had another couple and it was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. But now it's like, yeah, okay, sure. It's just people resubbing. Because, like, we've seen it so many times, it's kind of losing that sort of, you know? I think they'd see, because they're trying to find ways to encourage people to spend more on the platform, right? They're trying to make money. That's the point. So if a boost train was less often, like if you saw a boost train come up maybe once a week or so, maybe the people who were there would be like, oh shit, it's boost train time, and all in, let's jump on this fucker. But having it every time a hype train comes up is too much.
I would be glad to assist you.
How does a hype train do anything a boost train doesn't? No. A boost train is a hype train, but it also provides a boost to the front page for the person who is streaming.
Crawling with trust.
Give emotes. No, boost train gives emotes as well. It gives hype train emotes. If you've got all of them, then you're not going to get any. This one looks like a hype train, is that right? No, it's a boost train. All hype trains are boost trains. At the moment, yeah.
By the sun.
Every time you notice something new, make sure you go at it to those user voices. That's the way to do it. Thank you for the resub, San. Much appreciated. Second week of work. Fantastic. Enjoy. I'm wondering if they're having trouble getting mobile developers. I'm wondering if this massive delay and this lack of functionality in the mobile app is because they just don't have enough mobile. Like they've got maybe enough mobile developers to squish bugs, but none to actually spend time developing shit. Because all of the mobile developers are flocking towards mobile games. So like, okay, thank you, thank you so much for the biddies, much appreciated. Maybe all the mobile developers are just flocking to games where they can make a mint with microtransactions, and so none of them want to stick around with, like, they don't, no one wants to do app development for a company that isn't focused on the app. Or, you know, I wonder. I have no idea what the industry looks like. I'm so angry. I'm so angry I have not had time to take advantage of this bloody buff. I've just realized what's about to happen here. I'm so angry. Oh, I'm glad, Enya. I'm really, really glad. It was a shit show of a stream. So I'm glad you at least enjoyed it. I mean, I had fun too, but it was not a quality piece of entertainment. Hey, Vale. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Oh boy. Yeah, that's why I've missed 2 streams beyond the end of PAX. Because I was dying. I'm incredibly sick, or was incredibly sick. I'm still in recovery mode. I narrowly avoided hospitalization, but I lost 2.5 kilos this weekend. I'm not well. Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
So that's 60. That's another tune to 60. No, not COVID. Ding indeed. Indeed. And that is why I've just realized how fucking angry I am that I've missed so much of this Winds of Wisdom leveling, because, like, man, I'd have so many fucking 60s by now if I wasn't so goddamn sick. It's fine. It's fine. There won't be once the buff goes away, Zam. That one's only there because of the buff. Oh, they didn't have the right setup for any streamers. The whole thing was just... Look, it was fine. I learned lots of things, and I'm thankful for the experience. Yeah. Real close to... No, I'm not. That's the thing, Durin. I'm not. The only reason that one has hit 60 is because of the Winds of Wisdom buff. And I can't take any further advantage of it because I've been sick and because I'm flying literally internationally in a couple of days. And I have no time to level. Kind of sucks. This is what happens when you prioritize real life over video games. Okay.
All will be judged fairly.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel. I'm not sure how I feel. No. No, Alfred has a Pentium processor. Alfred is a work computer. I have thought about, look, I might just fucking try it anyway. I've got nothing to lose, right? It's not like he's gonna die if I accidentally play something that's too hard. It just won't run properly. But I'm not like, I'm gonna be in fucking Singapore. Why the hell am I gonna sit there and play video games when I'm in another country? Like that's just fucked. Only difference it'd make would be that I could play while I'm lying in bed recovering. Yeah. Sorry, indeed. Hey, Murray, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm trying to figure out because my head is spinning. I'm trying to figure out if actually I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go and see if I'm feeling okay and if I can keep going. BRB. So I lay down on the couch and I could feel my insides shifting. Oh, so gross. But then, like, after a couple minutes, I'm like, okay, cool. And then I get up and everything just... What I am trying to say is I think that I am done. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It sucks that I've had to miss two streams. It sucks I had to miss Friday and Sunday. And it sucks that I'm cutting it off early today. It really sucks. But it is for the best. It's so that I am happy and healthy, and so that I can go to Singapore and then come back from Singapore with photos and videos and stories and magnificent everything, and then hit the ground running into pre-patch and to the launch of Dragonflight. The faster I get better, the better chance we have of hitting 50, 60s before Dragonflight launches. So I'm going to do the right thing and listen to my body.
Sunwell.
Sean, thank you for the resub. Very much appreciated. Hope you're doing. Thank you so much. When does the buff end? The buff ends when evokers become playable, which we're assuming is with pre-patch, which at this point we are anticipating on the 25th of October. But there's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no confirmation. There might have been a confirmation while I've been dead, so I don't know, but yeah. That's the thing. Thank you, Vale. Truest of years. It's amazing. There's a picture. I know, isn't it perfect, Durin? She was such an incredible artist. Yes, look, I have some pretty awesome emotes. Just saying. Crazy! Thank you for the resub. Oh my god. Hello, Sean, you bye. Take care of the video. Yes, get better soon. I'm gonna do my bestest. Thank you, Dem. Much appreciated. Food, yeah. I need to be able to stomach this stuff. And Will, thank you. Thank you. Oh, of course. Send me a message and I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Thank you, Sen. Yay, Sen. I'm so glad to hear that. That sounds wonderful, and I'm so excited to show you guys through everything. I mean, you know, you guys know as much as, in fact, some of you probably know more than I do because I've been avoiding spoilers for Dragonflight, but I cannot wait to dive into all of this new content together. There's nothing quite like a new expansion drop. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. See you in the next one. Bye.
Want some of my...